First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shot. At the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cut! 180!
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight right, tight right! 4 down, 4 down! Hey, go!
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
3-month the ball carrier. He was brought down by John Johnson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 30-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check 43. 50. Hey, 88.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Jerome Baker providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. On the punt there, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's Lindsey. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Now Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They're going to be stopped up on his first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
2nd and 10 at the Bears' 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Malcolm Butler dialed the corner blitz and earned the sack.
3rd and long.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, 626. Uncle, over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Second and 5 now. Goff, incomplete, over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hold on. Check. Blue draw Corkers.
On second down now. It's Lindsey. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Goff now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now here's Ross. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum.
41-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You got 58. 26.
on 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Open here, Adam Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Rodgers now from the gun. He'll throw. His throw caught right around the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll and give them an advantage to move the ball downfield.
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Inside. Hey, orbit. 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm on.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike 58, right there. Oh, get him, get him, get him. 50. 58's the Mike. Hey, Charlie. 58's the Mike. Get up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
We go tonight.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back now at Soldier Field. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9. Take 30.
From the 29, Rodgers. And Edelman finally works his way open. It's complete. 11 yards there, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Mixon. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
3rd and long.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's get it right. Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. You must. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Right over there. Yeah. Go right. Right there. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Kill.
From the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with an extra point. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house. Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. As they head to the field now. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Everson Griffin, his second sack of the night. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. After the sack on first down, Goff throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Ross on the return. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
58. Hey, pick 26. Hey, 2. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, 58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, flex.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, box truck. I'll be back on. Take you through. What now? You got 58. Check the crowd. Watch the ship. Scan 300. Smooth. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. Hey, watch that.
Rodgers to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll go again with Lindsey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Xavier Rhodes brought him down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year.
Getting back out there, it'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.